Hi. Okay. Okay. Hi. Welcome. Hi, my sweet sweets. Hi. Okay. Holler when you're here. Goodness. Oh, that lighting is something else. Hi. How are you? Actually, let me get you a boost. Maybe that'll make a difference. Let's all stay together now. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother. All right. Let's give it the old college try. I am on a few minutes early to, that needs to come up like 5 more inches. Hi. Hi. The cat is, hi, welcome. Hi, Drew. I'm on just a few minutes early to get started, and we're doing something different today, and that is instead of posting a replay, that's why the lighting, that wasn't on purpose, that's actually on accident. And hold on everybody in YouTube, hold on everybody. Oh, yeah. Okay. So what's going on? Hi, YouTube. Sorry about that. I cannot find the tabletop. Can you see that? Hi. Sorry, YouTube. My sincere. That's better. That's odd. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Hi, Brock. Hi, Drew. Alvin, come on in. We're getting ready to do our live writing, and we're starting episode 2. Ziggy, welcome. Come on in. Louie. Hello to everybody on YouTube. Thank you for joining me today. I'm trying something. Brian, Jose, thank you, King. Come on in. The dog and the cat are fighting. And let's try this. I'm doing an experiment, TikTok. Welcome. The YouTube channel. Hi, everybody. So I was saying that I cannot find the tabletop tripod. I have a side tripod collapsed down as small as possible. I guess I need like a clamp so I can put you two together. I am having some strawberry lemonade. I have that right here. Clink to you, strawberry lemonade, clink. We just have a minute more until we get writing. If you need to catch up on the pages, they were posted on the channel in the in YouTube, on the community, in TikTok. Hi, Faget. Hello, Darlene. Pete. In YouTube, I can't see your name. Oh, hello, Jeff. Jeff, yes. Jeff in YouTube has sent us champagne. So clink, strawberry lemonade. We're going to get writing. 1 minute more. That's Colonel Jack O'Neill. Can you hear him? Yeah. So 1 minute, we probably have 30 seconds left till we start writing. And that is, if you want to catch up on episode 1, we are writing a 1-hour special with 4 mini episodes inside the 1-hour special. The first one is complete. The goal is to get up to 12 pages written. 4 o'clock. Let's go. High five. Come on, TikTok. Come on, YouTube. Hi, Nick. Thanks for joining in. Oh, excuse me. Our goal in our writing session is to get up to 12 pages written, and we're doing 4 mini episodes. And the character that I use, Studio Binder, I've got that open right now. I like Writers Do It. Right now, we are watching episode 1 blend into episode 2 and start up. The main character, the envelope, is the character that ties all 4 of the thank you, Stu, that takes all 4 of these stories together. If you've ever watched the film Crash, then hi, Mammy, you know what I'm talking about. And that is, it's one story, many stories inside with a golden thread that weaves them together. So TikTok, I just want to give you a quick update. What's going on? Let's have a sip of strawberry lemonade. I normally post the replay to you, YouTube. And I just thought, well, why not bring you in too? Forgive the going back and forth. I will just order another tripod today, or a clamp that can, you know how when you're on set and you put a clamp on and it holds a flag out? Because I'm looking at 2, but I've got the laptop, I've got notes. May I please, hi Elaine, may I please just catch you up with the end of episode 1, and we are going to launch into episode 2. Now, the idea is that this project, which thank you for being a part, thank you for being here. This project is a test model, like a sample, a test model sample of doing direct to social distribution. So it is micro budget. YouTube, I don't know if you saw that in any of the replays that got posted here on the channel. TikTok, if you've been with us on a Sunday writing session, you know the drill. That we've got 12 pages. We're developing characters. We're not going deep into backstory right now. And this is micro budget. YouTube, that's the joke. It is, yeah, we could even go so far as to say nano budget. And the production plan is probably Nevada, Arizona. And for those of you on YouTube, you may not know, I know TikTok does, that this whole thing started from my trip to my family land in North Dakota. And I had all of this North Dakota footage, and I was like, oh, I should just do a little something with it. Well, my little do something little with it became something bigger. So here we are. You know you mean business when you put your hair up. So it's hot, you guys. I'm seeing people talking about pumpkin spice lattes. My Walmart has Halloween decorations out. That's not anything to do with our writing. I just feel like everybody's talking about fall, but let me tell you, here in the desert, we're still 60 days away from any kind of cool weather. Have a sip of my strawberry lemonade. YouTube, you too. YouTube, how do you feel coming into the writing instead of just throwing the replay at you? Let's all get along. Let's write. I am going to start at the top of page 12. And it is going to take us into page 1 of episode 2, which I have titled Hands Up. Hands Up. Okay. Page 12, episode 1, Lila Monroe says, interior, exterior, apartment, day. Well, wait, actually, let me take you back just a skosh more, because the beginning of the next episode starts at the ending of the first episode. 1 ends, begins 2, 2 will end, begin 3, yada, yada, till we get to 4. Oh my gosh, I just found a typo. Ah! Bottom page 11. It's the cat. Don't worry. Swiftly the door closes behind Lila and vanishes from the landscape, and a rosy-cheeked, chestnut-haired Olive Anderson is once again in the flesh, and boots on the ground. And Olive Anderson says, oh my God, I'm back. It's real. I'm whole again. She's laughing to herself and she pinches her arm. Ooh, ouch. It's real. and tears are forming in her eyes, and she says, "I'm really real." And Olive takes one last look around the vast North Dakota landscape and begins walking up the road towards the horizon. Top of page 12 begins. Interior, exterior, apartment day. We're in the hallway where mailboxes line the hallway and go up to a door. Mailman Bob, wearing 80s style foam headset attached to his cassette player on his hip, is delivering mail to the apartment complex row of mailboxes. He opens up a large manila envelope. I just found another typo. Who is in charge of this? Hi, Ruth. He pulls up a large manila envelope marked special delivery. And Mailman Bob says, figures. On the one day I need to duck out early, here comes a special delivery. Apartment B. Scratching his head and shifting his mailbag and Walkman cassette player, Mailman Bob heads down the hallway towards the door marked B. Interior apartment, hallway, door B. Mailman Bob's finger presses the, and this is a close-up, door buzzer multiple times. See the finger, the close-up, the... Nobody answers. Mailman Bob scratches his head and shifts the weight of his mailbag again. Close-up of the finger pressing the buzzer multiple times. Hi, John. Buzz, buzz, buzz. And Mailman Bob says, well, it's your lucky day because I gotta go and I'm not waiting for a signature. And the envelope, remember, envelope is a main character too. Envelope slips under the door of apartment B. That ends that ends 1, and we begin 2. I am shocked at how many typos I just found at the bottom. Okay. Now we are going to pick up writing at that point right there. The envelope slips under the door of apartment B. It's time to meet our main character of number 2. John, I hope you've had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I can explain the lighting. I don't know if it looks to you like it looks to me. John, I have YouTube down here on the other phone. And it's so, instead of just giving the YouTube channel like, whack, here's the replay, I felt like, come on in, right with us. So TikTok, you're up here clamped onto the tripod, and YouTube, you're right here like in a Lego building. And I did chores all morning, John. I did chores all morning. And I'm tired, and it's windy, so I have like, went out for a good hike this morning. Been thinking about our episode. I have sparkling strawberry lemonade to moisten the thoughts. Cleaning the garage. Oh, I hope you can fit your car in your garage. In mine, nope. But I've got good stuff in there. Okay, here's my notes on who our main character is. I think last week we had talked about, I love writing a role for disability, for special needs, and I usually include a Down syndrome person in the film stories that I write, though this time I have written in a deaf character so that we can see sign language on screen. We've named him Preston Peterson. He's 20-something. He's an artist and an art student at college. He lives in apartment B, and apartment B has modulations, or what do you call them? Like sometimes you, what's the word I'm looking for? Assistance, accessibility. Accessibility. Okay, so we're going to start at interior, apartment B. I think I need to clean the keyboard on my laptop because it's pretty slow. Hi, Pop's Kitchen. How you doing? Apartment B. Day. Here we go. Are you ready? I've got it. A tidy space. This is the opposite, I think. Normally when you think of an artist space, I just think of paints, brushes, canvas, pottery wheel, just stuff is everywhere. What if our artist is meticulously detail-oriented, a tidy space, very organized, every jot and tittle in its place. In its place. The paints, that makes sense, doesn't it? The paints are row by row in alphabetical order. The brushes are lined up from tall to small. Isn't that interesting? I think it's a juxtaposition of who he is. A tidy space, very organized, every jot and tittle in its place. The paints are row by row in alphabetical order, and the brushes are lined up from tall to small. This is a good question I'll need to look up. What are deaf accessibilities? What would be included? Let me look it up real quick. What are the accessibilities in a deaf person apartment? There went the light. And you know what? It has the opposite. It has the old style plug. I don't know what you call those. It's not the one that works on the modern. Okay. Got it. Like the doorbell. That's the only thing that comes to mind. And it pulled up, when I searched it, it pulled up a huge PDF with tiny writing. And tiny dinies, yes. Tiny writing, no. Haha. Okay, a tidy space, very organized. Every jot and tittle in its place. The paints are row by row in alphabetical order. The brushes are lined up from tall to small. Now let's meet Preston. Preston, and you guys, I don't know that the love for alliteration is going anywhere, especially when you meet his neighbor. I want to call him Gil Garcia, and I'm like, just stop with the alliteration. Just stop. Preston Peterson, I like to just broadly say it, a 20-something artist and art student, doesn't hear the doorbell ringing or sense the vibrations from the doorbell as he is bouncing on his rebounder with eyes closed, slack body, and humming to himself. Oh, I like it. I like it. Preston Peterson, a 20-something artist and art student, doesn't hear the doorbell ringing or sense the vibrations from the doorbell as he is bound. Do you guys use a rebounder? So good. John, he might be broke. It's possible that he has family paying for it. We haven't got that far. We just made him. Preston Peterson, 20-something, on his, I love a rebounder. I hope you have the opportunity to get a rebounder. I think, do you guys remember that store, Play It Again? They don't have one in my area. Burbank and Scottsdale have, let me look, do they still have those? Play It Again Sports. Pasadena, Torrance, Fullerton. It's a chain store that buys and sells used sporting equipment. And I haven't been there a lot, but rebounder, and I didn't want to pay the $100 brand new fee. Actually, how much is it now? Let's go look at our favorite shopping site. Rebounder, trampoline for adults. They have one with a bar. Yeah, they're about $100. So, Play It Again Sports would, oh, they have one here up to 550 pounds. Whoa. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Here's the thought. If you use a rebounder first thing in the morning, it just, hi, Zero. How are you? How have you been? Hello, mermaid. You still have Play It Again Sports there? Okay, well, I liked the store. I like the idea that Preston Peterson is just rebounding, like he can't hear, so he closes his eyes, but he could still hum and make sound, make melody, and I just love that idea. So he doesn't hear, and he's not on the floor to feel the vibration. That's why he misses it, and we will see the envelope enter. Here we go. Bouncing on his rebounder with eyes closed, slack body, and humming to himself. Mailman Bob. He's supposed to get, yes, John. He's on his rebounder and he has his eyes closed and he's just kind of bouncing out, like maybe getting ready to get creative and do some art. So we have him, this is why he doesn't know that Mailman Bob is at the door, and this is gonna, the envelope gets slipped in. This is actually a birthday gift. It's a birthday card, but this will suffice for our envelope today. It'll just go like, weep. Mailman Bob. Remember, the last things we heard from Mailman Bob was that he needed to knock off early. You give me all the trouble you want, John. Hi, Kanan. Come on in. We're writing. Mailman Bob. No. Okay. He says, Mailman Bob. Nope. Nope. No one here. No signature today. Bowling. Here I come. Mailman Bob slips the envelope under the door of apartment B. Before sprinting out the apartment building hallway door. That's too descriptive. Apartment building hallway door into the bright sunny day. Preston Peterson, humming to himself, rebounding and zoned out, does not notice the, in capital letters, on, because it's a character, notice the envelope fly under the door and onto his carpet. Why carpet? Because as much as I would like to say deep mahogany hardwood floor, good luck finding that. Don't want to have to install it, don't want to have to put in more to production. So we're simply going to say the carpet, because producer brain is thinking like writer brain is wanting to think. And I just want to leave it open. We'll just say, hi, Barbara, the carpet. Not going to say throw rug. We've already met him, know something about him. Our main character is always the envelope, like a golden thread, but we're connecting Preston Peterson. He's an artist and he has a very clean and tidy apartment, which I would not normally put an artist that way. So here we go. Let's keep going. The envelope has fly under the door and onto his carpet. His humming continues. Loud knocking on the door and buzzing of the doorbell. Interior hallway. Hold on, I've got to change a setting. Interior apartment hallway. It's time to meet the neighbor. Hi, Lucy, welcome. Come on in. And I was settling on the name of Gil Davis because I really want to say Gil Garcia, Preston Peterson. Do you see a habit here? Hello, Rob. Hey, we're writing. Come on in. Hi, YouTube. How you doing over there? Okay, so I want to say Gil Garcia, but I think we're going to go with Gil Davis. Gil Davis. Apartment, hallway door B. Fists are pounding on the door. Foot is tapping. And a large, partly polished thumbnail. Thumbnail presses the doorbell repeatedly. Fists are pounding on the door. The foot is tapping, like bump, 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 bump. And a large, partly polished thumbnail presses the doorbell repeatedly. Oh, my girl. Did you know tomorrow is National Dog Day? Celebrate your dog. That's mine, getting on her dog couch. She is so sweet. Just love her. Hi, Kramer. Come on in. Gil Davis. Let's meet him. Jeez. I'm tired, but this is ridiculous. I keep making formatting errors. Gil Davis, 30-something, so older, not really wiser. Tying it in social, here it goes. Gil Davis, 30-something pro gamer who streams daily in battles and competitions for his gaming sponsor. Here's the question, team. Do we put in who the sponsor is, or do we leave it blank for any sponsor to come on board? Let me know in the chat. I'm going to have some strawberry lemonade. I was wanting to put the sponsor as like 24-hour fitness and then have Gil Davis be kind of chubby. Do you see the irony that his sponsor is a gym, but yet he's not fit? Is that trite? Does that feel trite and like low-hanging fruit for a joke? Perky Villain, how are you? Welcome. Come on in. I think I'm going to go with the 24-hour fitness. Like Crunch Gym, I don't think they're streamer people. I don't know. Hi, Alex. Oh, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Okay, YouTube, what do you think? Do you think you want me to charge that light? Sorry. I'll be more prepared next week. I will get another tripod this week. YouTube's down here, TikTok. I'm not just slapping a replay up for them. I brought them in live. Hi, welcome. May we just take the low-hanging fruit and make our 30-something, slightly chubby, disheveled pro streamer sponsored by 24-Hour Fitness. We're just taking low-hanging fruit here. Ready? Let's type it in. Perky Villain, welcome. I'm glad you're here. And if you're a first-time visitor, I'm glad you took the time to stop and follow and join. Anybody in YouTube, if you're first time here, come on. I started Perky Villain. I started a month ago, all August, on Sunday. I'm doing a live writing session. And what we're doing, Perky Villain, is I'm running a test, like a sampling, like the Nielsen box on the television. I'm running a test for direct to social distribution. It is micro. We might as well just say nano budget. And the idea is we test our audience, our viewers. And we want to run a broad sample, and in order to pay for it, we got to run nano budget. So normally, Perky Villain, I do stream most days of the week. Lunchtime, I always do a workout for people who don't want to work out because I don't want to, but my doctor says I need to. So I do it grudgingly. And I do a 12 o'clock fitness stream. And then we usually talk film, movies, and farm to table, food prep, kitchen prep. I do a cooking show with tastemakers on Wednesday. And right now I have got some pickles in. I've got pickled mushrooms in right now. And it's a good thing we're writing because otherwise I want to be in those jars. So, okay. I hope that brings you up to speed, Perky Villain. Now, here we go. We're meeting Gil Davis, and I feel like we'll take the low-hanging fruit of the sponsor being 24-Hour Fitness instead of going with the alliteration of having a name like Gil Garcia. Wah! Here we go. Gil Davis, 30-something pro gamer who streams daily and battles and competitions for his gaming sponsor, 24-Hour Fitness. And we should italicized that. Here we go. For his gaming sponsor, 24-Hour Fitness, is banging on. Hi, House of the Rising Funds. How are you? I hope you're food making, cooking something good today. Is banging on the door to no end. Gil Davis. We're not going to go with Gil Garcia. Now, what he says, Gil Davis says, now, he's talking to himself. Now, what would keep him so busy he doesn't answer the door? Gil Davis is thinking to himself. Get the feeling. Oh, hi, JD. Hey, we are writing episode 2 for the envelope. We've closed out episode 1. Episode 1 led into episode 2. We are going to get 11 pages. 11, not all today, I doubt it, but 11 pages, and develop out the story. We are meeting our main character and his, not a Kramer, but a neighbor who, Preston Peterson, is quiet and to himself. And in his world as being hearing impaired, he's slow to make relationship, yet Gil Davis is this 30-something kind of sloppy, over the top pro gamer who streams live for a living. Sound familiar? So right now Gil is at the door and he is pounding and trying to get in, and Preston is on his rebounder and just zoning out. He's getting ready, getting creative. He's going to start painting. And as he opens, here we go. Gil reaches for the secret hidden key on top of the door jamb, and just as he reaches up, the door flies open. Let me go back to Preston. Exhales sharply, kind of like a yoga breath. Exhales sharply, opens his eyes and sees, thank you, John, the flashing light, and steps the flashing light of his doorbell and steps onto the vibrating floor. Steps onto the carpet and feels the vibration from the hearing impaired. This is a lot of mouth. Vibration from the hearing impaired accessibility doorbell. Preston, with an annoyance. Preston Peterson. Let's put that in parentheses, with annoyance. Wonder who that could be. Because nobody really visits him at the apartment, right? He just goes to school, come back, paint, sells his art online. Preston, wonder who that could be. Gil reaches for the secret hidden key on top of the door jamb, stretching to the top of his tippy toes, overstretching. Who would you cast? Would you tell me in the chat? From what you know, I think it's my favorite game to play in my producers group. Who would you cast? As we're always like, almost like a bingo card, vetting the saleability of an actor. Oh my gosh, thank you for the rose, Perky Villain. Thank you. Who would you cast? In my producers group, we are always watching the numbers with love, honor, and respect to all of the talented actors. Some people sell more than others, okay? Which I find it interesting as I'm just watched a film, Alien Romulus, and there are no real big names in it, but the film was excellent. Let's have a sip of strawberry. And then tell me, who would you cast as Preston? Preston Peterson, 20-something deaf artist, and his nosy neighbor, Gil Davis, 30-something, chubby, gamer, annoying. What we're drawing in the overarch of our story is that these are two people who live solitary lives but find connection and community online. Does that sound familiar? YouTube? Does that sound like anything we're doing right now? Tell me in the comments who you'll cast while I finish this sentence. Gil reaches for the secret hid. See him with like, I don't want to put him in a dirty t-shirt. I just want to put him in a vintage t-shirt. Zero, hi friend. Put him in his vintage t-shirt and a gaming headset around his neck with the cord hanging, and maybe even like a flannel over it, and kind of a pot belly, and he's reaching and stretching so hard trying to get the key, overstretching. And just as he reaches it, the door flies open. Aha! We're about to see Gil tumble in. Gil Davis. Hi, YouTube. Thank you for letting me know. Hi, Sean. YouTube. There's many of us. You're here, and TikTok is here, and we're just going to do the writing session together instead of slapping the replay at you. Good to see you, Sean. How are you? How is Chicago? How is Illinois? How's the weather? Oi, I'll be there soon. Okay, Gil reaches for the secret hidden key to the top of the door jamb, overstretching, and just as he reaches, the key, the door flies open, and he spills in. I would love humid. Oi, if only. At the very beginning of the stream, Sean, I was saying, oh, to have fall weather. I'm seeing everybody, even in the stores locally, they've got fall colors. Pumpkin spice latte has already made it out. It is August. It's too early. And I'm seeing all this fall stuff, and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. No, the desert, we're a solid 60 days, end of October, before we see steady double-digit days. And it's like 100 outside right now. Okay, let's keep writing. Gil reaches for the secret hidden key on top. It flies open and spills in. I would love in this moment to see like physical comedy and have him tumble in. And there, because he's loud and brash, and we have quiet and reserved Preston. Oh, did anybody? Hi. Okay, I'm just checking to see if anybody had a thought on who to cast. Casting matters. First thought, how old is Zac Efron? Zac Efron. Age? Whoa! I was thinking of him for Preston, but he's like 10 years too old. Well, there goes that. Okay, back to writing. Just focus on the writing, not producer brain always fights with writer brain. Producer brain says, stop spending money. And writer brain is like, more visual effects. Gil reaches for the secret hidden key on top of the door, and he spills in. Let's add notation. We've got to change the scene setting to interior. You guys, when I write, hi Josh, how are you? When I write, because I always, I think they've gotten out, in my opinion, I got to finish the sentence. I think it's gotten out of hand with how many versions of the script there are. There's the reading script, the draft script, the director's script. I write the camera and direction in while I'm writing. I think it just cuts out weeks of meetings and just puts us right to, this is what we were looking for, point of view. It still allows for creativity, camera placement, director to make choices, and how he works with the actors. But I just like to, when I'm writing it, hi Hayde, to give it direction. Thank you for that, YouTube. I see that Kramer is possible. What's the actor's name? Oh, forgive me. Does anybody know it? Who played Kramer in Seinfeld? That is a beautiful suggestion. Michael Richards. Just a skosh outside of the range of what we were looking for in age. Never say never. Anywho, let's keep going. Interior, apartment B. Now we are inside the apartment with both Gil and Preston, and they're meeting the envelope. If you haven't had a chance, catch up on the story so that you know how it ended with Lila and how we're getting to Preston. And by the end of this, make a pin, like a sticky note, boop. By the end of this, we have to tie Olive, Lila, and Preston together. And in fact, I'm not joking with make a sticky note. Jordan! Jordan's in the house. Hi, YouTube. Jordan is here, up here in TikTok. Jordan, have you done this yet? Do you have a better idea? I'm open to ideas, Jordan. I didn't want to just slap a replay on YouTube, so I've just got the two going at the same time. Is there a better way to do this? I just got the two going. Jordan, you're a man of many ideas. How's Deb? How's the family? The note that we're writing, whoever invented this, amen. Ty, Lila, Preston, and Olive, it's the golden thread. Together by the end of, or for drama and suspense, we could leave, hey, Jordan, thanks for those bears and a friend and a donut and a tiny. Hi, Stewie. Hi, Yusuf. Thank you for coming in. Tie these together by the end of chapter. Is it chapter or episode 2? Okay, here we go. Jordan, if you got an idea, I'm open. I just got to figure, I didn't want to slap a replay. There is a note right there. Here we go. Oh, Jordan, who would you cast as Gil Davis? Any ideas? I was thinking Zac Efron for Preston, but I didn't know Zac Efron was 36 years old. So there goes that. We got to meet the envelope. Here we go. I hope your strawberry lemonade is delicious too. Interior apartment B. Standing back and holding his apartment door wide open, Preston looks down as Gil somersaults forward onto the rug, snatching the capitals, because it's character envelope, into his hand and ending up in a, what do you call it when you go down on one knee and you go, ta-da? What is that movement called? Ta-da! What do you call that? Into his hand and ending up in a, I'm going to say, ta-da, arms open position on one knee. Anybody? Hi, YouTube. Do you guys know what you call it? What would you call that? It's not a plie. I don't know what it is. Ta-da! Arms open position on one knee, holding the capitals. Ta-da, darling. Envelope up towards Preston. Gil says, I've been knocking, Preston, so I guess. Oh, hello, Dean. Hi, Tony. Perky Villain, thank you so much for that like. And Gil's like, I've been knocking. And Preston's like, so I guess. Gil, in the voice. Does anybody remember the voice from AOL dial-up? 28.8 speed. Oh my gosh. Gil Davis says, you've got mail. That is my version. You've got mail. And Gil says, or Preston says, I don't get mail. Must be yours. Preston moves to the kitchen. Oh, here we go, spending money. Do you remember in the film Henry Fonda, 12 Angry Men? The story was so powerful, but when it came to production, what was more powerful was the fact that it had one room, one location, table, chairs, boom. And the story was so powerful, but I just started to write. Preston, I want to see Preston go to the kitchen, go to get a glass and a drink of water, and have Gil follow him. Should producer brain stop? And then be handed the envelope. And I'd like to see, because remember, he's hearing challenged. I'd like to see him hold it up and look at it. if you don't remember from episode 1, when they opened up the envelope, there was a scroll inside and the ink began to fade. There was only 48 hours to be able to receive the inheritance. And we're right on the cusp of that right now. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Let's just write it. Producer Brain's like, no, stop spending money. Here goes. Blah, 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 blah. Another location, and it is possible to have one house, one apartment, and shoot tight in the hallway, tight into the front room, and then like think of the house that was used in Breaking Bad in Albuquerque, New Mexico. One location, but different. There was the bedroom, the baby's bedroom, the kitchen, the bathroom. All of it was in one place. The pool. Preston moves to the kitchen sink and pours himself. Hi, Leo. How are you? Preston moves to the kitchen sink and pours himself a glass of water. Remember, he's been rebounding, getting it ready, getting his creative mind ready to paint. Jordan, Preston is deaf, an artist, and an art student, and the envelope is there for him. Gil Davis is his neighbor and a pest. Preston moves to the kitchen sink and pours himself a glass of water, with Gil following him closely. Gil Davis says, "For real, this has your name on it. It's heavy, too. Have you ever received a piece of mail and when you got it, it was like, whoa. Like you knew, like if it was your birthday and you like, whoa, maybe it's cash, maybe it's gift cards. The envelope is heavy." Preston Peterson. Let's do this. Gil Davis, for real. This has your name on it. It's heavy, too. What do you call this movement when he's going to hand it to him and like at the Queen's Court, he does one of these? Is that a curtsy? What do you call that? Gil Davis. We'll just say Gil curtsies, I-E-S, curtsy. Rolling forward, he extends the capitals envelope to Preston. Giving a side eye glance to Gil, he receives the envelope in his hand and holds it up to the kitchen window light. The envelope vibrates. Think of it like kinetic energy. If it's like the lightsaber for Luke Skywalker or any of the Padawans, when they make their lightsaber and they grab onto it, it comes alive. The envelope has a message for Preston, and when it touches, it comes alive. There's probably a better way to write that other than giving a side-eye glance to Gil. Preston receives the envelope. I put he. Let's detail it. Preston receives the envelope in his hand and holds it up to the kitchen window light. Holds the envelope, vibrates with electricity. I don't know if I like that. That's what rewrites are for. Vibrates with electricity. Thank you. Thank you, YouTube. Okay. with electricity. Okay. Okay. Not bad. I don't know. What do you think? Have some lemonade. You too, YouTube. What do you think? Gil curtsies low with a fan. That's what I'm calling it. A fanfaring hand rolling forward. He extends the envelope to Preston. Giving a side-eye glance to Gil, Preston receives the envelope in his hand and holds it up to the kitchen window light, and the envelope vibrates with electricity. This surprises Gil. No, this surprises both of them. Like you notice it. And Gil says, well, hold on. Well, whatever it is, it likes you. Hi, Digger. Come on in. Hi, Tumblr Queen. Well, whatever it is, it likes you because it reacted. Low-hanging fruit. Low-hanging fruit. Speaking of low-hanging fruit, I actually did. Do you ever buy the in-theater, at-home streamer movies on your favorite channel? I did, and I really liked it. I watched Twisters at home, and we had been meaning to go to the theater, just didn't get out, didn't get it done, blah, blah, blah. And then I saw that it was available for purchase. It was $20. Why not? And it was so good. It was so fresh. It had a little bit of layered redundancy in it, and I feel like just enjoy it. It was kind of like a summer, big, loud, noisy film. I felt like that about The Fall Guy, which I loved, and I really liked it. So if you haven't seen it, why that came to mind is I'm writing this, and I thought, let's not take too many low-hanging fruit jokes here. And producer brain says this has got to stay. Lila Monroe went from being in her apartment, on the plane, in the rental car, North Dakota field, through the door. 5 locations. Count it. 5. Gary V, 5. And so now we have been in the hallway with the mailboxes, at the front door, through the front door into the main. I'm thinking it's like a main studio space, like not like an apartment with, ooh, I should say that. Ooh, thank you for thinking out loud with me. Thank you, YouTube. Let us go to the top of it. Scene 2, a tidy, we will change it here, studio space. Boom. And in this one large studio space, we have the door come through. We have the light that blinks for when you're hearing impaired and you can't hear it ringing. You'll see this, and also it has like a vibration to it. And then we can have on one side be all of the painting art creation space, the carpet that we refuse to define, budget. And then on the other side, where are we going to find this? Hi, John. Nice to see you, John Wright the Third. I hope you're having a beautiful Sunday. We are, I always try to refrain from checking the page count. It kind of hangs like this over your head. Yeah. Do you like UFC wrestling? Like traditional wrestling, John? I like the UFC cage fighting. I don't know if that's exactly wrestling. And what I meant about the script is part of me wants to check the page count, and then the rest of me is like, don't do that. Do not check the cake in the oven before it's time. All right? WWE. Like classic wrestlers like Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage. Any newer? Okay, here's how we ended so far in the scene. Gil Davis says, well, whatever, it likes you. Hi, PBR. John's in here too. Here's what we need to get ready to write. I just saw the time, so we need to get this scene completed. When he receives the envelope and he opens it up, he is going to discover the inheritance and that he has 48 hours I like Hulkmania. Okay. Here we go. Well, whatever it is, it likes you. Preston sets the capitals envelope on the counter and gazing out the kitchen window. Sounds like a Fabio romance novel here. With the sun glistening, streaming through, highlighting his eyes. We are not writing that. Give you a sunset bay. Preston sets the envelope on the counter and gazing out the kitchen window. He's talented. Preston's talented. And he may not be able to hear, but he still can express himself. And he wants more. What is the more that Preston wants? Let me know in the chat, YouTube. Let me know. PBR. Rob, high five. What is it that Preston wants? What does he look out the window and long for? Rob, no. That is low. This whole day, this whole session, I have been taking the low-hanging fruit. It is very easy to take the low-hanging fruit. So we're not writing that. We need to figure out what is it that Preston longs for. Preston sets the envelope on the counter and gazing out the kitchen window, mine is right here, in a far-off gaze that longs for. No, don't go there. Don't go there. Preston sets the envelope on the counter and gazing out the window, is lost in... He longs for that fruit. Is lost in his thoughts. Gil is so annoying. Who is your favorite actor to cast that plays an annoying... We've got our leading character, Preston. And we have, hi, Mary. Come on in, honey. Welcome into YouTube Live Write with our TikTok Live Write. Gil Davis is so annoying. I show my age when I say my favorite characters. I would think Joe Pesci. Oh, I would love Joe Pesci. He's not the right age. Do you remember Joe Pesci in Lethal Weapon and the joke about the drive-thru? If you have not watched Lethal Weapon, oh wait, pardon me guys, I was so busy talking and writing, I've got to do the game here. Hi, sorry. Elisha Cuthbert. Oh, what film was she in? She was like the whore next door or something. If you guys haven't seen Lethal Weapon, it's Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, and Joe Pesci, and the drive-thru. They all got sandwiches in the drive-thru. If you haven't seen the thing, oh my gosh. If you have not seen this thing, let's just stop right there. Let's just stop. You can find that scene just on its own. Here we go. Gil Davis is annoying. It's not Joe Pesci, but if there was a 30-something actor who is, it's the girl next door. Thank you. I didn't mean to call her the whore next door. Forgive me. That's not what... It's the girl next door. Gil Davis says, well, whatever it is, it likes you. And Preston sets the envelope on the counter. And gazing out the kitchen window, is lost in his thoughts. We're not taking the low-hanging fruit. Now, Gil Davis says, let him prod Preston. Poke, 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 poke. Do you remember when Facebook had the poke feature? What was that about? Come on. You gotta open it. You gotta open it. What if it's cash money? Or what if it's, I love to make jokes about Publishers Clearinghouse. Yes, Rob. Hello, Robbo. Yes, Rob, you're right. That was low-hanging fruit. Gil Davis says, come on, you gotta open it. What if it's cash money? Or what if it's that long-lost check from Publishers Clearinghouse that your aunt won and has been ragging on for decades? Yeah? Shelly? Honey, mommy, my people. Just a moment. She's waiting for me to make her meat gravy for dinner. Okay, Gil Davis. So annoying. Tell me in the chat, who's your favorite annoying, like in a good way? The actor who plays a good, annoying sidekick. Gil Davis saying, come on, you gotta open it. What if it's cash money? Or what if it's that long-lost check from Publishers Clearinghouse that your aunt says she won and has been ragging on for decades? Aunt swears she won and has been ragging on for decades. Yeah. What if? So open it already. Blah, 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 blah. Rolling his eyes, Preston picks up the Capitals envelope, parenthesis, it vibrates again. It's electric. It's alive. Speaking of cash money, Yo Mama by Vilmer Valderrama. Hello, Cristiano. Hello. No, I do not remember Yo Mama, but I like to make Yo Mama jokes. And I will not take that, Rob, if you're trying. I gotta look. Right now in the script, we are about to have him open the envelope, but I gotta take a moment over here on the search and say, cash money, Yo Mama, Vilmer Valderrama. And the first answer that comes up is the fact that I can't find a clip of Vilmer Valderrama saying cash money on YouTube is straight blasphemy. Wow. Did you know that he was like late 30s when he was dating Demi Lovato and she was 18? Let us leave it alone and finish this scene here. Okay, so we had to bunny trail on cash money. Rolling his eyes, Preston picks up the envelope. Again, it vibrates with light. Let me look up, what's a synonym? Tell me in the chat, what's a synonym for vibrate? Don't take any low fruit. Quiver. Shudder. Come on. Rolling his eyes, Preston picks up the envelope. Again, it quivers with life. I love it. Do you want quiver or shudder? We'll go with quivers with life. Gil and Preston look at each other. Can you imagine? Like, did you see that? Gil and Preston. I think this is a lame sentence. Make eye contact in recognition, lame, of the life quivering of the capitals envelope. I don't like it. Yes, Rob, I'm challenging you to not take this low-hanging fruit because it got real low there, but we're going to leave it. We're all adults here. YouTube, forgive me as we do the experiment of that. I have the TikTok chat here, and my friend Rob is in there, and there have been some moments in the writing where we could have done some jokes. So thank you for hanging with me. This is our experiment of running the two at the same time instead of you getting the dregs. The dregs. Okay, now, here we go. We are just about to wrap this out, and producer brain has reeled it in to keep it one studio space location I think I can find, and I could easily pop up a kitchen space in it. And when you're thinking about, well, what about that window shot? We'll work on it. Okay, Gil and Preston make eye contact in recognition of the quivering movement of the envelope. And sing. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Do you guys want to read it from the top, or do you feel good to move on and open the envelope? Hi, Mary. Should we open the envelope? I say we do. I'm going to take a minute and get some. I don't think I'll ever buy these again. I've reread it. Okay, Rob, thank you. I wanted to, but I'm not the bully here. Don't buy these because I was like, oh, it's like delicious flavored water. No, it's got like 30 ingredients in print I can't read, and I can't pronounce it even if I could read it. Okay, so we're going to reread, scroll to the top, and then we will finish our live writing session. Oh my gosh. I thought I had really written a lot. I think we have 2 pages. Okay. Onward, friends. Onward. The last thing we'll write today in our mighty 2 pages, word number 2, is opening the envelope. And it's good. It's fine. Here we go. Interior apartment, hallway door B, day. Mailman Bob's finger presses the door buzzer multiple times and no one answers. Mailman Bob scratches his head and shifts the weight of his mailbag again. Close up of the finger pressing the buzzer multiple times. Well, it's your lucky day, pal, because I gotta go and I'm not waiting for a signature, says Mailman Bob. The envelope slips under the door of apartment B. Fade to black, fade in. Apartment B, day. A tiny studio space, very organized, very jot and tittle in its place. The paints are row by row in alphabetical order, and the brushes are lined up from tall to small. Preston Peterson, a 20-something artist and art student, doesn't hear the doorbell ringing or sense the vibrations from the door bell as he is bouncing on his rebounder with eyes closed, slack body, and humming to himself. He's zoning out. Mailman Bob says, nope, no one here, no signature today, bowling, here I come. Mailman Bob, because he's a low-hanging artist. Thank you for the popcorn. Did you guys notice right there, put a pin in it? There is It's double. It's double. I am going to take, oh, I know what it is. Please forgive me. I have the end of the last paragraph from episode 1 ending is on the top of episode 2. So we should see the beginning of it going under cut, pickup scene in episode 2, and we'll continue with the action. Okay, I will make that edit off camera. Sorry, commercial over. Yes, Rob, I'm so glad we reread. And when I had picked it up, hi guys, hi YouTube. Thank you, I'm glad you're here. We're rereading from the top. I've noticed some typos, Rob, typos. I'm a stickler for typos. Okay. Now, we will pick up. Sorry, I lost my place because I found that I have the same thing in there twice. We ended with Mailman Bob. He's trying to get to bowling. Mailman Bob is tall, lanky, disheveled. He's the mail person. I'm probably writing my mailman from Burbank. And is punching the clock on his job, but he doesn't really care about his job, okay? That's when I was writing Mailman Bob, how the envelope gets from North Dakota into California, where this apartment is, or it's probably shot in Nevada because Union. Anywho, Mailman Bob, nope, no one here. No signature today. Bowling, here I come. Mailman Bob slips the envelope under the door of apartment B before sprinting out the apartment building hallway door into the bright sunny day. Preston Peterson humming to himself. He's rebounding and he's zoned out. Remember, hard of hearing, but eyes are closed. He's on the rebounder. We've already established you can get one at Play It Again Sports or buy one off Amazon. It doesn't matter. They're very good for your body. Preston Peterson humming to himself. And he's rebounding and he's zoned out and he does not notice the envelope fly under the door and onto his carpet. His humming continues and there is loud knocking on the door and buzzing of the doorbell. Interior apartment hallway door B. So we're outside of the door. Fists are pounding on the door and the foot is tapping in a large, partly polished thumbnail. Have you ever seen polish where it's like chipping off and it's gross? Meet Gil. The large, and he's got a big thumb. Partly polished thumbnail is pressing on the doorbell. Gil Davis, 30-something pro gamer who streams daily in battles. Womp womp, low fruit. Gil Davis, 30-something pro gamer who streams daily in battles and competitions for his gaming sponsor, 24 Hour Fitness, is banging on the door to no end. I hope you can see him in your mind. Gil Davis says, he's pounding on the door. Now, what would keep him so busy that he doesn't answer the door? Interior, apartment B. Preston exhales sharply, opens his eyes and sees the flashing light of his doorbell and steps onto the carpet and feels the vibration from the hearing impaired accessibility doorbell. Preston Peterson, with annoyance, says to himself, wonder who that could be. Gil is, forgive me guys, as I see it, I want to make sure I make a notation to go back and I didn't put in that we're back in the hallway. Come on, stay with me. Hi, Mr. Boozy. Rob, I just saw your comment. So, forgive me, right back to it. Now, Preston, we are this is why when you're writing, it's so important, in my opinion, it's so important to be able to put the direction, because we're inside the apartment and we're seeing Preston noticing the vibrations and the blinking. Someone's at the door, but he knows he doesn't get company. So Preston says, I wonder who that would be. And now we're in exterior. We're in the hallway on the other side of the apartment B door. And Gil is reaching up for that secret hidden key, top of the door jamb, overstretching, and he just, see the hand, just reaching it, and the door opens wide. And Gil spills in. Interior apartment B, standing back and holding his apartment door wide open, Preston looks down as Gil somersaults forward onto the rug, snatching the envelope into his hand and ending in a ta-da, arms open position on one knee, holding the envelope up to Preston. And Gil Davis says, "I've been knocking." And Preston, who's soft and mild-mannered compared to how obnoxious and loud and boisterous Gil Davis is. Gil Davis says, "I've been knocking." And Preston says, "So, I guess." And Gil's, "You've got mail." Preston says, "I don't get mail. It must be yours." Preston moves to the kitchen sink and pours himself a glass of water, with Gil following him closely. And Gil says, "For real, this is your name on it. Ooh, and it's heavy, too." Gil curtsies low with a fanfaring hand rolling forward. He extends the envelope to Preston. Giving a side-eye glance to Gil, Preston receives the envelope in his hand and holds it up to the kitchen window light. And the envelope vibrates with electricity. This surprises both of them. Are you surprised? Hi, Rosemary. Giving a side-eye glance to Gil, Preston receives the envelope in his hand and holds it up to the kitchen window, and the envelope vibrates with electricity. This surprises both of them, and Gil Davis says, "Well, whatever it is, it likes you. Low-hanging fruit." Preston sets the envelope on the counter, gazing out the kitchen window, and is lost in his thoughts. And Gil Davis says, "Come on, you gotta open it. What if it's cash money? Or what if it's that long-lost check from Publishers Clearinghouse that your aunt swears she won and she's always ragging on about it? Yeah, what if? So open it already." Rolling his eyes, Preston picks up the envelope again, and it quivers with life. Gil and Preston make eye contact. It's time to open the envelope, you guys. It's time to open the envelope. Hi, YouTubes. Thank you, my friends. Thank you. Okay, it's time to open. Thank you, Rob. I was reading, so I didn't notice this. I'm going to go back and yeah, yes, I am, Rob. Glad that we reread. And hello, Bobby. Is it Phelan or Phelan or Phelan? What we're doing is live writing, and we just had to reread it. This is my direct to social micro budget sample exercise. Rosemary, I'm glad you're here. Thank you, Rob, for being surprised. You don't want to open the envelope. Carol, thank you for the follow. We must open the envelope, and then we will wrap out our live. And congratulations, we got 2 solid pages written. There are some typos and directional errors in here. Evidence. Oh my gosh, thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much. Here we go. You might eat some form of fruit is right. And my dog's hungry and I'm hungry. Here we go. Gil and Preston make eye contact. Preston pauses. He is slow and cautious. Do you know anybody like that? I have a relative who on Christmas morning, my sister, when she's opening a gift, she would like get the edge of the tape up, slide the finger under the edge of the Christmas wrapping paper. Come on! And then like begin to unfold it. I would just shred it to get to the toy. And some people aren't like that. And so Preston is a cautious person. Preston pauses. Gil Davis, lamenting, just open it already. Preston pulls on the seal of the Capitals envelope, and not a breath of fresh air, a shimmering burst of glistening, that's repetitive, come on, a shimmering burst of, oh my gosh, a shimmering burst of glistening, not glimmering, don't take the low fruit. When he opens this, it goes shh, like when the effervescence of when you open a bottle of pop or strawberry lemonade. When he opens the envelope, can you see it in your mind? A shimmering burst of glistening air escapes the envelope, not capitalized, and inside, cut to point of view, looking into the envelope, the parchment, ancient, and inside the ancient parchment scroll appears to be breathing as it waits to be released. Okay, here we go. Rosemary, I'm glad you're here. Hi, friend. Hello, YouTubes. Rolling his eyes, Preston picks up the envelope again, and it quivers with life. Gil and Preston make eye contact. Preston pauses. Feel the tension. Preston pauses. And then Gil Davis says, just open it already. Preston pulls on the seal of the envelope, and a shimmering burst of glistening air escapes the envelope. And inside, that's too redundant, escapes. Blah, blah, blah. I will edit when we're done. We're almost done. And inside, the ancient parchment scroll appears to be breathing. What does that look like to you? Think of it like a fish out of water. That's a sad image. But the appears to be breathing as it waits to be released. I don't know, friends. How we doing? How we doing, chat? YouTube, how you doing? It's dark for you. Sorry. Xenomorph eggs. Did you see Alien Romulus? Yes, I could talk xenomorph, xenomorph. I say xeno. Do you say xeno or xeno? How do we feel about this? This is actually, I feel like this is a good place. What are you doing? Go right now, Rob. I was so pleasantly surprised. We saw it on accident. We had gone, fam, went to see Twisters in the theater, and at the theater, the Fandango and the website didn't match. The kids selling tickets at the counter, and he's like, it's already started. It's been 20 minutes, but Alien Romulus is starting right now. Do you want to go to that? We're like, yeah, sure, it's fine. And it was so good. And I love the writing because it is an interquel. It's not a prequel. It's not a sequel. It's an interquel where the writing of Ridley, Alien, picks up here in the middle before it goes to James Cameron, Aliens. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Beautifully made. A lot of practice. I will just talk on and on about Xenomorph. Okay. Hands up. Show of hands. Do we feel like we can leave it here and pick up next Sunday? I will do the edits and go back in and add what I noticed when I was rereading it, Rob, thank you so much, is that I was busy doing dialogue. Dialogue is my favorite. I love to write. Do you love to write? Hi, YouTubes. Do you love to write dialogue? And I always, if you love to write dialogue, let me know if you experience this as well. When you're seeing other scenes, whether it's television or film or videos or whatever, or maybe even just in daily life, you imagine what they're saying, like what that hippo is saying, what that rhinoceros, that cat. Anyhow, Misha, thank you. Rob, the reason why I didn't want to do edits now is because my dog is hungry and I make her meat gravy meal morning and evening. I'm hungry. Hi, Tina! Tina! Girl, I haven't posted it yet, but I will post that. We'll have our lunchtime workout for people who don't want to work out. YouTube, you can join me on the TikTok, and we do a lunchtime workout, and we don't want to work out at all. Don't want to do it, but I do it. I think we're going to end here, and then next Sunday, oh, wait a second. Is it next Sunday? Let me check the calendar. Is it next Sunday, Labor Day weekend? Rob, I remember you have big plans. We'll put edits on the to-do list. When is Labor Day weekend? It is Labor Day weekend, huh? Thank you for the rose. Oh, doodle. Okay. Am I the only person who doesn't have big plans for Labor Day this year? Not going anywhere, not doing anything. I will post later if we're gonna meet. I think that that I might as well. And Rob, if you're out, please, Rob, have the party for all of us. I think I'm going to do the edits, tweak it a little bit, further develop our characters. And honestly, I don't want to put, we already have Mailman Bob, Gil Davis, the neighbor, and Preston. That, remember, we're on a nano micro comment if you get the reference. I think we're already on such a micro budget that I do not want to cast one more person. Hi, John. We're just wrapping up, hon. Yeah, you are, Rob. You're having so much fun. I probably will write. I love being with the characters, and I care about their lives and what they're doing on our micro budgeted test project for direct to social distribution with product sponsorship. And you're like, oh, the commercials. Yes. I don't even want to start a conversation now with what it is to have commercials on my streamers that I'm paying for a subscription so that I don't have commercials, yet there's commercials. How do you feel about that? On that note, we will close that for now, and thank you so much. Grubs, I am having curried chickpea, and I'm going to put, I have so much zucchini left, so much zucchini. I'm having curried chickpeas, and the dog is having meat gravy, and it's like a round roast that I just parboiled, and then I shredded up for her. So, you guys, I just noticed, thank you so much. There's almost 5,000 hearts. I could appreciate opinion or experience from all of you. I have a challenge. What is the purpose of the app? So, YouTube, this doesn't really apply to you. If you can't stay, mwah. Thank you for being here. TikTokers, does your experience in the app, whether you're searching on your For You page, all of a sudden, I feel like all I see is QVC talk. or Home Shopping Network talk. I feel like it goes shopping, shopping, shopping. I don't even know what. Shopping, shopping. And I feel like, app, what are you here for? I thought it was for entertainment and education, but I'm having a personal experience that it has shifted to one long late night feed of buckets and mops, you name it. And I miss the skits. Do you remember there used to be people who would create, and you could be like, oh, you mean the Viners? No, I like the Viners. I never did Vine. Don't do Snapchat. I just feel like the point in testing the sample project for direct to social distribution was creating ready available entertainment. But I've noticed my recent experience in the app is that it is one long shopping experience. And I'm not mad at the shopping. I like to shop. I just felt like I know I get to choose my usage of it, but I was just curious when and where in the app. Yeah, John, I hear you on that. Oh, that's interesting, Rob. Live streams and social media. I'm just curious. I feel like I've been here for such a short amount of time. YouTube's, you and me, we've been here for decades. TikTok, it's been a month, maybe more. I had the account for several months and I didn't start using it until maybe the last, since I signed with the agency, I started doing more of it. And yes, I do like it. I just feel like going to a restaurant and they change the cook, and suddenly the tried and true favorite thing, gonna go down there and get my favorite meal, all of a sudden they switch the chef and now the food is different. I just feel like in the short time that I've been on the app that the experience is, I was about to say drastically different, but that's probably too bold. I've just seen a shift and I'm not mad at it. I'm just curious, is anybody else seeing the same thing? Does it bother you? Do you care? Do you just keep scrolling? I don't know. It's for another time. Rob, thank you for joining me. John. Okay. Thank you, John. And thank you, Rob. I appreciate perspective. Villain, you are new to the stream and the room and what we do here. I hope that it provided value. Did it? Did it provide value? That's my heart, is service, value, entertainment, education. That's why I love doing the cooking shows on Wednesday. I think we start up again in September after Labor Day weekend. And I just, well, you always have a good time. Okay, hi Paul. I'm gonna make dinner. Appreciate you being here. And I appreciate the heart. Thank you. Like, John, you mentioned something about the battles. Thank you, Rob. Have you ever seen, this is an old toy, and it's a monkey, and he claps his cymbals, or there's a jack-in-a-box where you crank this, and the clown pops out, like, kind of like, boo. Sometimes when I'm doing the battles, I feel like I don't know if I'm the monkey in my cymbals or if I'm the jack-in-the-box. I have yet to find a groove in doing battles that feels authentic, entertaining, fun. It just feels like, come here. It feels like digital begging. I said what I said. And so, I don't know. It's probably me. It's the user. So I will work on my mindset, and I will be on this week doing workouts for people who don't want to work out. And Wednesday, I probably will do some sort of cooking, not sure yet. And then Labor Day weekend, 2024 has gone by like this. Boom, gone. We are nearing the 100 days left in the year, and I love that carrot for a challenge of just upping my target and drilling down on sales goals to meet the target. John, that's funny. John says, I like to run my mouth. Well, I have run mine a lot, and this has been long and very productive. Thank you so much. High five to everybody and a fist bump. I'm going to give you a hug. Come here. Come here. So good. Whether you like a hug or not, you just got one. Rob, a new workout. Yes, everybody got a hug, Perky Villain. I just appreciate you being here. It is fun to work. First time I've done like something like a writing room before, and it's okay, but I normally write on my own. And so it's interesting to be writing with you, and we're working on characters who have busy online lives. Isn't that, I love it. I love how that's developing. John, those dad jokes. I almost called you Twitter. Sorry. I've got to figure out how to work the YouTube chat and the TikTok chat at the same time. Did anybody, before I go, one last thing. It's so Tony Robbins. One last thing. Did anybody see this week's Finding Chupa episode? They drop Saturday at 7 p.m. And if you're like, what's that about? I am running another test. And one of my favorite things about playing Fallout is that they went into the vault thinking they were saving their lives, but they're actually like a live real-time experiment. And if you act now, ShamWow. Okay, yes, and I will check I have got a big sticky note right here that says check Discord, because I'm slow about it. I'm really slow, but I'll be better. I wanted to play Flip and Dip with you guys, but we've been on too long. I'm hungry. Forgive me. I got to eat. Fitting that sandwich, John, and fitting those chickpeas in the pie hole. And then I was going to ask you, if you watched the Chupa episode, let me know, comment, or message if you saw it, because if you look at it, you're like, what are you doing? Oh, well, see, Rob, that's the thing. I am training and practicing my prompting skill, and I have two, I don't know if we want to call them friends, so I'm going to go right in their eyes. I asked for, this is very simple request. May I have 4 short 15-second clips? And they didn't, on those acquaintances, they didn't send it. And then I thought, take a deep breath, back up. It's important to me. It's not important to them. So when I didn't get those 4, and even if they gave me 3, I'm testing and developing, and I'm sick and tired of getting footage from my area, because you're like, wow, nice desert. So I wanted some city or some beach, and I know everybody has a life. YouTube, everybody has a life. YouTube, the Chupa episode is right there in the playlist under Film Chat if you want to watch it. The deal is they're 3 minutes. They're super short, and I'm just testing, you vault dweller, surface never. Okay. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you being here, and I super appreciate the comments. Thank you so much. And it's fun, in my opinion, that we're writing an episode right now that talks and deals with this very, very thing. So, on that note, I'm going to go make dinner. I'm going to make curried chickpeas for dinner, and the dog is having meat gravy, And thank you, Donacha. Donya, Donacha, thank you for that. It's funny, tattoos do one or two things. Some people just love them, and some people don't. And I'm like, well, one person's treasure is another person's trash. On that note, thank you, Perky Villain. It is time for dinner. Sunday night. Get ready. Woo woo. Monday. It's going to be a great week. And it is the last week of the month. Anything that you have been meaning to do, needing to do, got 5 sticky notes on, I just encourage you, like light a fire. Make those calls, do those things right now, right now. It has really shifted my perspective. That it's why I'm doing all the tests, screenplay, test stories, seeing what gets reaction, what gets engagement. It doesn't matter if you like it or you don't like it. Monitoring engagement and definitely monitoring watch time. Okay, thank you, Donacha. Is it Donacha or Donya? Donyacha. Okay, on that note, I've closed like 5 times, like somebody's Second Presbyterian Baptist preacher. I think those are separate denominations. On that note, I will see you tomorrow. Lunchtime workout. You know it. For people who don't want to work out. I don't want to work out either. And the thing is, there's no excuse because we all have a lunch hour or a lunch break. And you can squeeze 10, 15 minutes of workout in. Thank you, John. Thank you so much. You're saying good morning. I'm saying good night. Almost 6 p.m. and it's time for dinner. And I have one more post coming up today. It's scheduled. And it's like, don't set your timer to wake up. Set your timer to go to bed. Because if you go to bed early, there's no problem waking up on time. Okay. On that note, we're really saying good night. Bye, my friends. I will see you Monday noon for our workout. Have a beautiful Sunday. Bye, Rob. Oh, YouTube. Tell me a message or comment or share. How did this work for you? Did it give you value? That's the point. Give you value. And I didn't want to keep giving you the replay because I want to talk to you too. And I could use grace and patience as I learn how to run the 2 streams at the same time. And I think what I need is a moderator. Yes. Need a moderator. So on that happy note, I hope you have a beautiful night. Thank you for joining me. And I will see you next Sunday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for our live writing session. Have a great night. Bye, guys.